Mr. Marston, I've been hearing about your plans.
Have you, Miss McFarland?
Yes, from Lee Johnson, to settle here and build a life for yourself.
I'm afraid those aren't my plans. See, I already have a life. Well, I had one, and I'm trying to reclaim it. Or maybe what you could say is I had two, and I'm trying to end one of them so the other can survive.
You do so love to talk in riddles, Mr. Marston. Do you do that, I wonder, as a substitute for having anything interesting to say?
Probably, Miss McFarland.
Oh, call me Bonnie, you fool. Call me Bonnie.
Miss McFarland, I'm married. I have a son. I had a daughter, but she died. Years before that, I rode in a gang. We robbed banks, trains, held people ransom. We killed people we didn't like. Bill Williamson was in that gang. Now, if I don't capture my former brother in arms, great harm will befall my family. Now, I don't suppose any of this is very interesting to you, but I hope it explains why I wasn't so eager to talk about it.
No, I do understand. I had no idea. You poor man.
Even in this new country, memories don't really fade. My father was an illiterate Scot born on the boat into New York. He never saw his homeland, but to hear him talk about it, you'd imagine he only ever ate haggis and wore a kilt. And he hated the English for what they had done to his great-grandparents that he'd never met. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
That's true, especially when it comes to money. And you know, even now, after all his labors, my father's debts are still terrible. I worry every day about us losing the ranch. It would kill him. My father died when I was 8 years old. His eyes were, well, let's just say he was blinded in a bar fight south of Chicago. My mother died during childbirth. She was a prostitute, and he was her, well, I don't know what he was. So I was sent off to an orphanage and ran away and fell in with a gang. My word. What a difficult life you've lived. The leader of the gang taught me how to read, taught me how to see all that was good in the world. He was a great man in a way. But you killed people. Sure. And I've suffered for it. And that's the life I left, or tried to leave. Said too much, Bonnie. I'm an uneducated killer, sent here to do all I can do well. Kill a man in cold blood so that another man may do his part to cut crime in an area, and a rich man can be elected governor on the back of these promises. Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston. Listen, can you help me? Well, I can try. What do you need, money? No, nothing so complicated. I need an extra hand to take out the herd to pasture. Sure. Point me in the right direction.
Saints alive. You're looking good.
Right. Are you ready to learn how to herd some cows? Thank you for telling me all that back there. It must have been hard for you.
Hope you understand
Careful.
now why
You're more
I've been
of a
playing my
hindrance than a
cards
help.
somewhat close to my chest.
I didn't know you had a wife and child. Then again, I don't think I ever asked. Control that horse, will you? Come on, boy.
Good to see you, Miss McFarland.
I ain't so sure about that, but thank you.
Easy now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you can herd cows as well as you can charm humanity. Get back on that horse. We got work to do.
Come on.
Nice job, Miss McFarland. That's it.
Whoa there.
Come on!
Watch for the runner.
Where are you taking those towels?
He's just showing off.
Come on.
Now.
Is it too much of a chore to ride with me?
Stay together, you dumb animals!
Seal it down, Mr. Marston. Keep it moving.
Easy now.
Oh.
You're not bad with the herd. Ranching might be your true calling, Mr. Marston. Either that, or you were a cow in a past life.
Thank you, Miss McFarland.
I'll see you later. I have work to do back at the ranch. See ya!
Yeah.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Did you meet my father? John Marston, this is my father, Drew McFarland.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Marston. Please. So, my daughter informs me that you're here on some secret mission to remove some undesirables from the county.
Something like that. I'm grateful for the hospitality, sir.
Well, you know, we've lived here for 30 years now. Came here from the east. The land had never been settled. For 10 years, we fought the Indians. Tough men. Then we had outlaws, and we had drought, and we had smallpox, terrible winters, cholera. I buried more of my children than I raised.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
I've seen strong men wither and die under that unforgiving sun. That whole herds of cattle take sick and die. But I've never once doubted my life here.
No, sir.
When I hear about this so-called federal government sending out agents to covertly murder and control people, then I start to worry. I mean, yeah, all right, Williamson is a menace, and men like him are the plague. But isn't a government agent a worse menace? And all that symbolizes, I mean.
You may be right, sir.
Well, you're a brave man. You're always going to be welcome here. But you tell your friends out east that we don't want to live like that out here. That sneaking around and spying and secret missions. Huh? It's preposterous.
Trust me, sir. I agree with you.
Good. Good. Well, we won't insult you any further. Come on, Bonnie, we got things to do.
Mr. Marston, do you want to join us? It's Daddy's favorite pastime. Apart from political discourse, that is.
What is?
Breaking in horses. Come on. I hear you're a pretty decent rider. For a city dweller, that is.
You're gonna need this, Mr. Marston. Right, now you got some rope on your belt. Let's see if we can't wrangle some horses. Come on, boy.
Come on! You sure have some interesting theories on what the government's doing, sir.
They ain't theories, Mr. Marston. I saw the telegram Marshall got from Blackwater. It ain't exactly a state secret who sent you.
Well, is he wrong? I saw those men from the train.
The government can go to hell if you ask me. Those sons of bitches would steal a coin off a dead man's eye.
Mr. Marston!
He's right. Now, I don't know much about politics.
Please, Paul, can we just enjoy
But I
the
know
ride?
we're only as free as they say we are. Power's like a drink. The more you have, the more you want. And there are few men who can handle it.
There's certain things in this country a woman could do much better, if you ask me.
I ain't gonna argue with that, Miss McFarland. Yeah. Come on.
There they are! Beauties! Come on, Mr. Marston!
Rope one of them for me, Marston! Come on, don't be afraid of that lasso! Come!
This isn't what I meant by horse breaking.
And slow down.
Whoa there!
Giving him too much rope to play with!
Come on.
You gonna use that rope or not?
Hold him tight for me!
Now, Marston, rope him!
He's there for the taking!
Don't let him buck you, Mr. Marston! Lean
That's
into
it! Don't give up!
Relax. Oh, this ain't
Come
good.
on in, cowboy!
Relax
Try
now.
not to spook him
Nearly
too
there.
much!
Show me what you got, boy!
You're doing fine!
Easy.
Let's go!
Come
You'll
on,
have
baby.
this in no
Let's see it,
time!
boy! Take it slow now!
Oh, shit. Calm yourself now. There.
Nicely done, boy! Mount up, Marston. You leave this one to me.
Giddy up!
Whew! I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's rope another one!
Let's go.
What are you waiting for? That's it! Hold him there! Jump on and break him in! I got a hold on him! Rope him! He's right there! Hold on to him!
Hold on. That's it. Steady. God damn it. Nearly there. It's all right. You were a wild one.
You're a regular Bronco buster, boy. Easy now. Nice work. I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch.
Let's go. I like your father.
I'm glad. He's quite a character.
You have a good life here. The life I want. For me and my family, I mean.
We don't have a lot anymore.
You have enough. It's one that gets so many folks in trouble.
It'll sap your spirit and make you poor. But it's straight. And it's decent.
There's no better night's sleep than after an honest day's work.
It's no wonder you look so tired then.
Some deck must be shy a joker, Miss McFarland.
Come on, boy. Who'd have thought you'd be such a natural at busting Broncos?
That was fun.
I think you could be a fine rancher one day. If you can bear to stop killing people for a living.
Sure.
Well done, Mr. Marston. These are fine horses.
Hey, Bonnie. Amos was saying some horses been spotted somewhere outside of Armadillo.
Let's go, Mr. Marston. We can really do with those horses. No rest for the wicked. Let's see if we can track down that other herd of horses.
You never did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Paul hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
There's my boys. Come on, Mr. Marston.
Come on, easy up now.
This isn't what I meant by horse breaking. Let's drive them up the canyon, where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
Come on. Let's go. Come on. Now don't go and hurt yourself. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Come on. That's good. Yeah. Come. Go. Easy. Come on.
Let's drive them up the canyon where it narrows. We'll trap them there.
I'll see you there, miss. Let's go.
Where it narrows. We'll trap them there. Come on, boys. Wait for my signal, and don't let those horses out of your sight.
Right you are, miss. Let's go.
What magnificent animals they are. Hey, the stallion's getting away. Chase him down and bring him back.
Come on.
Get after him.
Yeah. Slow up. Come on, easy up now. Whoa. Slow it up now. Slow down. I got you. Nearly there. This don't feel too good. Steady! You're mine now. It's all right. That's it. Come on. Calm yourself. Come on.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston. We got some fine horses. You know, why don't you keep that stallion as your own, as a thank you from all of us?
Thank you, ma'am. He's a fine animal. Let's go. Come on. Got you now. God damn it! Easy there. Almost got you. Hold on. Calm it down. Come on. Come on. Nearly got you. That wasn't so bad. Yeah. Let's go. go! Let's go!
Always late, that man.
Everything all right, madam?
It's Miss... Oh, let me look at you. My gentleman caller. You remind me of my Peter. Have you seen him?
I don't think so.
Where is that man? We'll be late for the ceremony. He must still be at the saloon in Armadillo, talking to the musicians. He's such a fine man. Must be making things right for me, as usual.
Well, I gotta get going, ma'am. I'm sure your Peter will be just fine.
Wait, I beg you. Would you possibly go fetch him for me? This was meant to be my perfect day. Please, sir. Something must have happened. I can't bear it.
So you want me to go find your Peter so you can have a
Please, sir. You must find my Peter. Please, I'm begging you. The guests will be arriving soon.
Come on!
Will you go look for him? I cannot leave the church.
Come on! Let's go! Come on!
We meet again. Come on now. I ordered some fancy things for the bar.
Let's go!
You don't bump Ira Shelton, son. Derby is going to be next week. Pardon?
How do you do?
I'm so sorry, sir.
Old roads doing a roaring trade these days.
That
Just so you know, I don't take requests, mister.
I'm looking for a man. Name's Peter. Fella's meant to get married today. Seen him around?
Who?
Peter is what she said.
You ain't after no Pete Turner, are you?
For all I know. Where can I find him?
Well, my memory escapes me when not properly stimulated.
Well, let's see if we can refresh it.
$5 will do. Or you could run a little errand for me.
What do you need done?
It's my wife. She packed her things this morning and left me. The dumb wench is still at the freight station waiting for the stagecoach. If you could convince her to take me back. Her name's Rose.
I guess I'll go have a talk with her.
Now, you'll need more than talk with that bitch.
I'm a very good lover, sir. Interested?
I'll have to
You give
politely
me good
decline this
money
time,
for
ma'am.
goat meat over West Elizabeth.
I wouldn't like to say.
Here, this might loosen your tongue.
Truth is, Pete Turner ain't been an armadillo for near on 20 years now. Kind of a queer fella and all. Wasn't here every night. Sure as the moon in the sky.
What happened to him?
Well, what happens to all of us? I reckon you'll find him at Odd Fella's Rest. Yep. That's where he'd be, I'd guess.
You got what you wanted. Now get out of here.
And everything to destroy you. Repent now before you perish in a lake of sulfur.
I'm gonna run for
If
governor.
your name is not written in the
Yes,
book
sir.
of life, you are
Amen.
cast into the lake of fire.
Sounds good to me.
Outland coming your way. Yeah!
But raise your heart and give it to the King of Kings.
There is nobody here. Please.
I hear them rustlers, the Ballard boys, are dead. Shot down by armadillo lawmen at Pike Basin.
Sheriff, will these marriages take place in Canton?
I know it. I intend to find it.
And I can tell you with no uncertainty that miracle cures are no laughing matter. I bid you good day, sir. Oh, Mr. Marston, good to see you. How have you been keeping?
I'm well, Mr.
Mr. West Dickens, Nigel West Dickens of East Cheap, London, New Waverly, New York, and Armadillo, New Austin. At your service.
At my service.
At everyone's service. At the service of science, of knowledge, of life.
How are your wounds?
Much, much better. But then they would be.
Would be.
I know a cure for all ailments, Mr. Marston.
Ah, I'm sure you do. And I'm sure for just $2 an ounce, I could live forever.
Oh, but for you, sir, I do a bulk discount rate of $1.95 an ounce, as long as you buy 100 ounces or more. That's a lot of immortality.
Give it up, old man.
That's Mr. West Dickens to you, boy.
Give it up, old man.
All right, John, let us make haste for Ridgewood Farm.
I heard about you, Mr. West Dickens.
And I about you, John Marston.
Hoodwinking the weak, gullible out of their hard-earned money.
My dear boy, it is you who is gullible, if I may be so bold. For the love of God, try to stay on the road. For heeding such ill-informed scuttlebutt.
You're as full of wind as a horse with the collar.
I have been blessed with the gift of language, and for that I will not apologize. But the West Dickens elixirs speak for themselves. My thousands of happy customers attest to that.
Those men trying to kill you didn't look so happy.
If my tonic is such a sham, how do you explain the fine metal in which you find me? Last time you saw me, I was knocking at death's door.
You should thank the doctor for that. I reckon you were acting it up worse than it was.
Act I can, John. A more convincing little fellow there has never been. And so shall you. Ere Iago or Cassio make.
I don't like the sound of that.
Showmanship, John. The flourish. The bow. We are operating in a competitive marketplace. Our product must stand out.
And how does this involve me?
We're going to use your God-given talents to our advantage.
I'm really starting to regret
I'll drop
this.
you off at the outskirts of Ridgewood. That way, it won't look like we came together. Stay on the road! You're going to destroy the merchandise! Once I'm set up, saunter nonchalantly into the crowd that is sure to be forming. Eventually, I will call you up to try my tonic. After extolling the virtues, I will have you perform a few feats of wonder to amaze and impress the paying public.
Such as?
Oh, nothing out of the ordinary for a man in your line of work, I assure you. Get back on the road! We'll have nothing left by the time we get to Ridgewood.
So it is all a sham.
You hop out here, John. Follow me in on foot. I'll see you there. Be ready to enchant the crowd ahead.
Easy. Slow down. Come on.
Good to see you all, my friends. Prepare to be amazed.
Friends, hard-working souls of Cholla Springs, gather round, gather round. Do you suffer from rheumatism, lumbago, acute chronic sciatic, neurologic, or inflammatory pain? Well, I represent the only company that makes the genuine article that cures headaches, neuralgia, earache, toothaches, backache, swelling, sprains, sore chests, swelling of the throats, contracted cords and muscles, anxieties and ravaged nerves, stiff joints, wrenches, dislocations, cuts and bruises, and it adds vitality and vigor to the healthy man.
But can you prove it, old man?
Oh, I'm sure there's some customer here who could prove the qualities of it by... Take a drink right now. You, sir, come up here. Step right up.
That's the spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention. This poor, wretched volunteer, entirely unknown to me, will demonstrate the effects of Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic. Be you a cowpoke or athlete, this miraculous elixir developed with the wisdom of the East keeps the muscles supple and relaxes the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of youth and vigor to the whole system. Not possible, I hear you say. Well, doubt no longer. Faith can move mountains, but I ask not for faith. I am a man of science, and today science will be vindicated. Your eyesight is greatly improved. Is that not so, friend?
If you say so.
That's right, it is. You heard him. What a good sport you are, sir. Now, gaze over yonder at that porch. If you squint, you may just be able to make out the skull that's hanging there. Go ahead, friend. Shoot that skull and demonstrate the miraculous eyesight you now possess. Shoot it now, my friend, while the elixir is at its strongest. Remarkable! The eyesight of an eagle, granted by imbibing Dr. West Dickens' own patent tonic.
Anybody can make that shot. This man is a fraud. If your eye's so damn sharp, why don't you try shooting my hat out of the air?
My friends, our test case has been challenged to shoot a gentleman's hat out of the sky above our heads.
You can fool these people, but you ain't fooling me. Right. Let's just see how sharp you is with a moving target.
Right, friend. Here comes the throw.
Go home! Ah! What I tell you?
Do not write him off yet. He is still adjusting. Get ready to shoot that hat.
You're more crooked than a snake in a cactus. Ah! What I tell you?
Do not write him off yet. Get ready. He's about to throw it.
I thought we was here to see miracles.
Here it comes.
You ready to get embarrassed again? Ah! What I tell you?
Do not write him off. Steady yourself, stranger.
See? That tonic is a shame.
Have you ever seen such an eye? Behold the power of the elixir, plucked out of the sky.
Hey! Hey! What? You think you can put a hole in a man's hat and just walk away, do you? Hey, it don't work like that around here, mister. Come on! Are you a man or not?
A challenge of battle has been offered to our volunteer. Prepare for a display of Herculean force.
You want to fight, friend? Come on!
Hit your heart
Hit me then! God damn it!
The power of an ox!
Come on! You sure you're a man, friend?
Come to a king.
There it is! Skeptics and dissenters, irrefutable proof! Do not let this opportunity pass you by!
Look, he's over there. Go get him!
This ends now!
Watch out! He's got a gun!
Who the hell do you think you are? You ain't leaving here alive!
Hello there.
Shot, dear boy. The kind of deadly accuracy that can only be afforded by the West Dickens elixir. Come, I have plenty for all.
You'll be fine. Get out of my way.
Hey, where are you going?
I want a bottle. Get me a bottle, please. One of them right here.
No harm in trying one bottle, I suppose.
Well, I think that went kind of well, don't you?
I'm just glad that my normal job involves either chasing after cattle or murderers. Not the likes of you, mister.
Don't be like that.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to say my goodbyes, head on back to the real world.
Wait, sir. I've been thinking about your predicament, and I think I may have an idea. I've been thinking I could be your cunning Odysseus. Beware of the Greeks burying gifts, sir. Williamson had better beware. We will make them into Trojans.
I don't rightly get you.
I want you to go and see my old friend Seth. He can come across as a little curious, but I'm sure you two will get on. He's most often found at Coots Chapel. He's very devout.
Why see him?
Because between him and me, we can get those gates to open for you, and you can walk right in, just like in Homer's great Trojan yarn!
Hello.
This steed looks right fetchy, I don't mind telling. Good luck, son. He's a wild one, and no mistake. You getting on or not, son?
Just stay there. There. Don't move. You'll be fine. Relax now. That's it. Stay calm. I got you. Nearly there. Oh, shit! Come on, nearly got you. Relax. Oh, damn! You're mine now. Wait! Now don't take off now. Just calm yourself. Whoa there. I got you now. Oh, this ain't good. Easy there. Almost got you. Here we go. Yeah.
Damn fine riding. That was fast work, son.
Come on. Come on! Come on! I spent my life proving fools like you wrong.